What's up, guys? It's Asher Basher here. I am going to explain how to make the most amount of money possible in a galleon. This is a really fast and easy way to do it. You make a ton of money. In a few hours, you will be rich. It's pretty nice. So the first step is obviously loading into a galleon. So let's do that right now. So, once you have loaded into your outpost, you're going to want to first get a 4-man crew or 3-man crew. This is a tutorial for a bigger crew. Obviously, I'm by myself today for the purposes of recording this video, just to make it easier to explain how to do everything. So, very first thing you would want to do is check for Reapers in your game. Now, Reapers, if you don't know, are the PvP bad guys in this game. They are the guys that would try to come and kill you and steal all your loot. So the first thing you want to do is check for Reapers. Now, I'm going to come over to this table. This is the Reapers table. If there were Reapers, there'd be a little boat on this table. I'll go show you an example real quick of what one of those little boats look like. So, for example, that is a little boat right there. That means there is one of that emissary in the game. So right now, I am the only Merchant Alliance emissary in the game. So a very good way to know if there's a Reaper in your game is if you go over to the table and just look at it. So, for example, I'm going to come over to this table and look. There are no Reapers. That means there's no one that's going to try to hunt me down and steal all of my loot. Now, you are in a galleon, and you do have a 4-man crew, so it is very possible to kill a Reaper. However, it is a lot safer if you have a Reaper in your game just to leave the lobby and make a new one. Especially if they're level 5. When the Reapers hit tier 5, they're able to see all other emissary flags in the game. So, my first tip, just leave the game if there's a Reaper above level 3. If they're level 1, they're not going to be too much of a problem to you. And if there is a Reaper and you want to stay in the game, just try to avoid them at all costs. Use some common sense there. You don't want your loot being stolen. So, second thing, what emissary do you want to pick to make a lot of money fast? The answer to that for a galleon is the Order of Souls. If you don't know what the Order of Souls is, it's the PvE emissary of the game. It's the one where you fight all the skeletons and whatnot. And they're fairly easy quests to do. The reason I suggest doing Order of Souls in a galleon is because it is a fighting aspect and is much easier to do it when you have 4 people as compared to just yourself and a sloop. So, pick the Order of Souls. Now, the next thing is hitting tier 5 with the emissary. Because once you hit tier 5, you get some pretty good things. But, how do you hit tier 5? The answer to that is the Devil's Roar. Now, we are pretty close to the Devil's Roar as a matter of fact. But the Devil's Roar is this little area in the right side of your map, the east side of the map. Cardinal directions are great. But it has volcanoes and stuff. But the good thing about the Devil's Roar is there's XP to be had there. There's a lot of XP. It's doubled XP for all the voyages there. So if you want to start a Order of Souls Devil's Roar, all you got to do is head to the outpost, Morio's Peak, pick up a few Order of Souls, put on the emissary, and go try to get to tier 5. You get a lot better skulls for doing it, and you will get a lot better loot to drop. However, that's not the whole part of this tutorial. What you want to do now is you want to try to get to tier 5 because of the emissary voyages. Now, what are emissary voyages, you may ask? That is a great question. The emissary voyages are what you get when you hit tier 5 in this game. So once you hit tier 5, you can walk up to them and there's going to be an option to collect an emissary voyage. So what you do is you collect that emissary voyage and it gives you a really good quest you can do, a really good voyage. For example, with the Gold Hoarders, you get four maps that have 5 captain's chests on each map. So it's 20 captain's chests in total. For the Merchant Alliance, you have 25 crate for the cargo run. For the Order of Souls, which is the one we're talking about, you get 4 bounties with 4 guys on each. So there's 16 skeleton captains in total. But they each drop villainous skulls, which is the important thing. Because with the Order of Souls, you get XP for the emissary as you kill the captains, as you pick up the skulls. So, my tip is when you hit level 5, what you want to do is you want to pick up the emissary quest. You'd walk over to her, after you've done selling all your loot, of course. You walk over to her, pick up the emissary quest, Come over to the table, lower your flag, you get 5,000 gold for it. You used to get 15,000, but then they nerfed it because they understood that people did this to exploit the game. And then raise the flag again. You'll still have your emissary quest in your inventory. You go and do those emissary quests. After you're done all of the villainous skulls, you do all 16 of them, you will be at level 5 again. I can guarantee it. If you're not at level 5, you will find other loot along the way too that will help you get to level 5. But doing just the skulls alone will help you hit level 5. So once you sell all those villainous skulls again, you can pick up the emissary quest again. You can sell your flag again, put a new flag back on and start at level 1, and just rinse and repeat the process. So once you hit level 5, you can do this emissary quest over and over and over again. Now, prices. How much money are you exactly making from this? That's a really good question. So I looked it up. I did some research. Gotta pull it up real quick, my bad. So, at the normal price, a villainous skull can sell between 760 and 1,400, roughly is the price. So the lowest is 750, we'll just say, for easier purposes. So you have a villainous skull, 760, and you put the multiplier of tier 5 on it. Real quick, the multipliers are on the screen. Tier 5, as you can see, is a 2.5 bonus to all of the loot you get. You get 2.5 the amount of gold for any skull you sell. So if you have a villainous skull and it would normally sell for 760 gold, you put a 2.5 multiplier on it, you are getting 1,800, my bad, 1,800. The price is on the screen. You can see right there how much is actually worth. You're getting 1,800 per skull. So if every single skull sold at its very low price, you'd make 30 grand from it, which is a decent number. It's about a half an hour voyage. You're making 30 grand in a half an hour. That's a grand a minute. It's a pretty good deal, right? However, they don't all sell at their lowest price. I've had a lot of them sell for way higher than that. At the highest price, a villainous skull can sell for 1,400. So if you put a 2.5 multiplier on that, it is 3,500. Now, I don't know if that number is entirely correct, to be honest. I'm pretty sure that's correct, but I feel like I've seen skulls sell for a little bit more than that. But a regular villainous skull at its highest, according to the statistics I looked up, would sell for 3,500 gold. So if every single skull sold for its highest price, you'd make $56,000 in a half an hour voyage from the 16 skulls. So the range for one of these emissary quests is 30,000 to about 56,000. So you're averaging about 45,000 plus the 5,000 you get for selling the emissary flag every time, because you can lower that emissary tier 5 and raise it back up at tier 1 again, do the emissary quest, get back to tier 5, and keep repeating. So you are making about 50 grand an hour ish. That's how long the usually will take. It depends how spread out they are. RNG is a big factor in it, but on average you are making about 50 grand an hour. So if you play for 4 hours, you're making about $200,000 in one night. It's a pretty good system. I highly recommend it. When it used to sell, when the flags used to sell for 15 grand, I would make 70 grand in an hour. It would be really easily. They lowered the flag a little bit to a different price, but you are still making a lot of money from this system. So just to recap, first step, check for Reapers. Very important. If there's a Reaper in your lobby above level 3, I suggest just leaving. It makes it much easier to do. It will make your life easier. Just do it. Second thing, pick the Order of Souls Emissary. They are the best ones to do when you have a 4-man crew, or if you have a 3-man crew and a brigantine, that can work too. I don't suggest doing Order of Souls in a sloop. If you want to check out a sloop video, there's one in the description, or maybe it's on the screen. I don't know. I'm not good at technology. Third thing, you got to get to tier 5. Getting to tier 5, I suggest just doing the Devil's Roar over on the east side of the map, because they give a lot of XP. They give a much more gold for each skull you get. Just do the Devil's Roar. It'll get you to tier 5 way faster. Once you hit tier 5, you don't have to worry about where you're going. You're just going wherever the emissary quest tells you, which is the fourth part. Get that emissary quest. Once you get the emissary quest, sell your flag, raise the flag back up. You have a tier 1 flag again. Just do the emissary quest. Once you're done the emissary quest, you will be at tier 5 again. Sell everything you have, at the tier 5, you don't want to lower your flag before you sell. Make sure you sell everything and then lower your flag. Then raise it back up once you have the emissary quest again, and just rinse and repeat the process. It's as simple as that. It is a very simple, easy method to do. It's pretty fun too to kill skeletons. If you need a tutorial on how to kill the skeletons, they're not that hard. Really, all you gotta do, they're gold boys. You can't strike them with your sword. Just hit them with fire bombs. If they're the ghost boys, just pull out your lantern and shine it on them and do some damage. It's pretty easy stuff. Try not to die to a TNT barrel. They do a lot of damage. With that being said, that's about it for this video. I hope it was informative in some way, shape, or form. If you want to see a video on how to do it in a sloop, click on the link at the end of the video, or check out some of my other videos I'm going to be uploading. I'm trying to upload more often now. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.